welcome back to another week of my pregnancy updates. This week I am week 17, so that means I'm 3 weeks away from being halfway there, which is really exciting. So let's get into how I've been feeling. Okay, first things first, I actually try to wait and check my pregnancy weekly update on my app for when I'm doing my videos because I want to be just as surprised as you guys are. So, okay, here we go. So now the fetuses are the size of potatoes. Oh my goodness. The baby is about 7.9 inches, 20 centimeters long. That feels like it's really long. And weighs about 6.4 ounces at this stage. Getting bigger and bigger, which means they've needed a larger placenta. So I guess that means the placenta is growing. Fingernails and toenails are growing. How cute. And the fetus also has a firm grip. You might be able to see them squeezing the umbilical cord on an ultrasound. That's so cute. I actually also read on a different app. This app that I use is called Flow because it works for twin pregnancies. And but there's another app that I have that's just for single baby pregnancies, and it says that this week they actually can hear music and they start like dancing in the womb too, so they can start like bobbing their head to music, which I thought was really cute. But yeah, this Flow app is my favorite app that I have for a twin pregnancy. So let's get into how I've been feeling. This week I had an OB appointment and she actually has a little ultrasound scanner in her office, so I got to see the babies on the ultrasound and everything is going really well. They are both growing and everything looks really good. So that's a huge relief. My OB mentioned also that I won't be doing very much after 28 weeks, which feels quite early on, but she was like, trust me, you're not going to be wanting to do very much. So that's sort of probably another reason why I'm like trying to get so much done and think of all the things that I want to get prepared and organized and ready to go. So yeah, 28 weeks, it feels really early, but that's just the way it is when you're carrying two babies. And I actually have my 20-week ultrasound in a few weeks as well, where you can sort of find out a little bit more in-depth information. But yeah, it's pretty fun to be able to see the babies. They look so cute in there. At one point, even one of them was drinking, I guess the amniotic fluid. And it was so interesting to see the way its jaw was moving, and it's just so fascinating. It's really disappointing during this time that Matisse can't come to the appointments with me. It's such a special time. I keep on thinking back on my last pregnancy when Matisse was at every single appointment that I went to, and now he's not able to come just because of the protocols that are going on right now. So, but we were able to FaceTime with him so he can see it as well. Although he will be able to come to my ultrasound appointment in mid-November. So that'll be really fun. I am tired. I am very tired. We were actually at my parents' house this last weekend. We just got back this morning and it was Halloween yesterday. So we went out trick-or-treating with Safi. She had such a good time. We gave out candy. It was a full moon. It was a full blue moon last night. So crazy energy. And then there was the time change. I don't even know why they still do the time change. It's just like makes absolutely no sense to me other than it just makes parents and children exhausted. But yeah, so it was a busy weekend. It's also my mom's birthday on Halloween, so we celebrated her birthday yesterday. And yesterday afternoon I managed to sneak in a little nap and I could have kept sleeping. I felt like I could have slept for like 6 hours just in the afternoon. I was so exhausted. So I find like I'll have little spurts of energy where I'll try to get a lot of things done, and then I'll go through times where I just want to sleep and lie in bed, and it's such a strong feeling that I have to do it in that moment. So I would say it just sort of comes over me and I'm like, okay, I have to do nothing right now. Matisse always tells me that I'm working harder than anyone. He actually used to say that to me when I was pregnant with Safi. He'd always say, you're working harder than anyone here because you're making a baby, and now I'm making 2 babies. So I'm working like double time, all the time. But it's really crazy. It is hard for me to just let go and do nothing. Especially with having a toddler. I like to have a clean house, and I like to have everything organized and be able to do all the things that I want to do. And at this stage, I just have to surrender and relax and just let go. Pregnancy is a lot more about being rather than doing. It's a huge lesson in that. And it's an incredible lesson in surrendering outcomes, surrendering control. And in our world, we feel like we can control every single situation, but sometimes the best thing to do is just to do nothing and just, lie down and breathe and allow. I definitely was practicing that a lot this week, and it's so easy to get in my head and think, oh, there's so many things I have to do, especially before having the babies. There's so much I have to get done. There's so many things I want to achieve before then. And sometimes my body is just, telling me otherwise. And it's like I have to listen to that, because it's not, I'm also housing 2 other little humans now. So it's not just about what my agenda is and what I think I need to be doing. It's really about surrendering and letting go. So I have noticed a huge, huge difference in my hunger this week. I was like nonstop hungry, nonstop hungry, which is sort of a nice feeling, because if you had watched my previous videos, I was not hungry at all for my first trimester basically. So it's really nice to have an appetite again. And I'm craving, my biggest craving that I have is salads. I know it's sort of like, salad, okay, cool. But it's like all I want to eat. I just want crunchy, fresh greens, with really vinegary salad dressings on them, and bigger the better. So I'm craving mostly savory for sure, with big, lots of greens, lots of leaves, lots of stuff in there, with a really savory vinaigrette, really savory dressings and vinegary dressings. That's my biggest craving, which definitely isn't the worst thing to be craving. I could be, craving McDonald's or something. So it's not the worst thing. And I feel comfortable eating that every single day. And so, yeah, I could even just have a really big salad right now. It's just, oh man, just craving that really intensely. Although this is the first week I've noticed I have been craving some sweets at night. So after dinner, I'll crave chocolate, but another really amazing thing that I crave is frozen grapes. So what I do is you just get a bag of grapes. I just get a bag of green organic grapes. I like the big ones. Just wash them off, dry them, throw them in the freezer overnight. It doesn't take long to freeze them. And by the next day, it's the best sweet, delicious dessert ever. And it's obviously doesn't have a whole lot of sugar in it, which you do have to watch when you're pregnant because of gestational diabetes. So it's a super guilt-free sweet dessert that I have after dinner, and I love just lying in bed and eating them. It's the best feeling ever. So I would highly recommend that if you are getting sweet cravings at night, to start freezing some grapes up, because they get so much sweeter when they're frozen. Sleep has been good. I have noticed that I've become, it's harder for me to move back and forth. I also just mentioned to Matisse this morning that I officially can't lie on my back anymore. It just doesn't feel right. And I know that later on in pregnancy, probably around the stage I am now, which is why my body's signaling this to me, is that when you lie on your back during pregnancy, the babies actually can't get oxygen. So it's sort of notifying to you ooh, don't lie on your back, So right now I'm still lying on my left and right side, and those sides feel good to me for now, but I feel like I wake up every single time I have to switch over to the other side. But other than that, I would say when I am sleeping that my sleep quality is really, really good. So that's good. I do have to wake up to pee. I feel like even just this last week, I've noticed I've had to pee so much more, even during the day. It's at least once an hour I have to pee. I do drink a lot of water. I drink one of these. Oh, look how cute. Safi, me, Matisse, and Safi. Matisse made this for me, or had it made for me. Or Matisse gave this to me. So yeah, I do drink a lot of water, which is important to do during pregnancy, but I wake up to pee or I mean, I have to pee all the time. So sometimes I almost don't even want to drink as much water as I know that I should be having because I know that I'm gonna have to pee. Which just gets like progressively harder as the weeks go by. I remember like being at the end with Safi there and it was like pee every 20 minutes, you know? So definitely noticed that big time this week. I don't know if this is a pregnancy thing, but I have had the itchiest legs. It's very bizarre. I don't know if it has something to do with me being pregnant. It seems to have only started during my pregnancy, so I'm assuming that it's related. And I just like, they get so itchy, especially at night. So I've started putting some cream on them and keeping them nice and moist. I don't know if they're like, I've heard of women getting pregnant, I've heard of pregnant women being itchy like in and around their bellies because it can, obviously your skin is stretching and expanding, so it can get really itchy around there. I haven't experienced that. It's all in my legs. So I don't know if it's a thing, but I've definitely been feeling that. I have been feeling the baby's kicks much more this week. It's getting stronger and stronger. Even sometimes in the middle of the night, I feel like when I woke up to go pee, I could feel it a lot, which is cool. It's like little flutters, little butterflies in my tummy, but at some points I actually could feel like more like kicks, like that kicking feeling. So, oh my gosh, with 2 babies kicking in there, it's gonna be like a freaking nightclub party while I'm trying to sleep. So, but yeah, it's such a cool feeling. It's so nice to know that they're there. I remember like after I gave birth to Safi and like not feeling those kicks anymore, I had become so used to them. So it's like very comforting to know that I've got two little souls just right in my belly. Oh my gosh, another thing is that I feel like physically, I feel like I could just start breastfeeding right now. It's crazy. Like I just feel like I could. It's the same sensation. My boobs feel the exact same way as I did when I was breastfeeding. They just feel like I'm breastfeeding again. So it's crazy. I'm like, I can't believe I already feel that way at this early on, but I guess everything just like needs to get prepped and ready to go for when they come. But it's like, it's crazy. I'm actually wondering if I'm going to start finding some colostrum in my bra because I feel like I could just start breastfeeding at any second. So it's a really crazy feeling. Okay, everyone, last but not least, but the bump shot. Okay, let's do it. 17 belly shot. There it is. I got the most amazing pants today that I'm gonna talk about in my pregnancy must-haves video. They're just like the most incredible pregnancy maternity pants ever. Ooh, I'm getting a little visitor who's still in their Halloween costume. Come here, sweetheart. Halloween costume? You're still in your Halloween costume? Hi. Hello. Can you say hi? You look so cute. What were you for Halloween last night?
Ghost.
A what?
A ghost jacket.
Did we say you were in a ghost jacket? What were you for Halloween? Are you still wearing your costume?
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you?
I'm a princess.
You're a princess. Did you go trick-or-treating?
Go trick-or-treating.
Oh my goodness, we had the best time ever, didn't we? It was so much fun. So cute. I don't think this costume's ever coming off. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in this week. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to stay up to date on our journey. And I look forward to making next week's video. Ciao!